Hey all, it's me, Laura B at Craft and See with Laura B. How is everyone today? I am well. This is my second flip through of this. The first one I was too far this way and so it was cutting off. Sorry about my leaky nose. Let me wipe. Anyway, so yeah, I trashed that one and here we are. Yeah, because my camera's right here, and yeah, all right, here we go. So this is actually, I'm filming this Easter Sunday, for those of you who believe, who celebrate, he has risen. And anyway, so here we are with my spring journal that I started last year. And, you know, I went over, my last video on it, I pretty much did the flip through, but we'll do it again. So the paper beads. And this was a part of the Think Outside the Box challenge, and if I remember, I'll link that video. Oops. I got a link vid cover there. All right, so as last time, all of the papers are either Martyna over at TealandTattered. However, her channel has not been updated in a year, and her Etsy store is not active. So prayers to her, good thoughts. Not sure what's going on. And then Michelle at the Junk Journal Studio. There are some other people thrown in as far as maybe a pocket or, you know, an ephemera piece that I don't know. I've forgotten because it was over a year ago or a year ago. Anyway, so this is the faux leather strip that I did for the enclosure with the post thing, Tim Holtz, of course. So here we go, first page. Here's the tag for that. And the last one we decorated a couple tags, but we hadn't done the whole thing. This is the book page I have from 1956, 50 something. It is actually a pilot. That was a pilot in the World War II, I believe. And he wrote this book. Excuse me, tea sipping. So here is a nice little flip out. Got a tag there with a pretty little hummingbird on it. And then there's this one. Those. I have stamps. Those click stamps that you click them together. I have a couple different kinds. Actually, I have 3 different fonts, if you will. And I think these are, I like these because it comes with numbers. Anyway, and here is this. Then there's this one, and some I did something to there, and some I didn't. So there's summer cards, some I decorated and some I didn't. And flip again, last pocket. These already had been in here, and I just heat embossed some stamps. So we flip, flap, flop, flip. There we go. And I haven't decided if I'm going to add, I probably won't add any kind of Velcro, just because that, I don't think my dog is feeling too well. She is still, she's down here sleeping, she's snoring, you probably can't hear her, but more tea. Yeah, it's 7:08 here in the Pacific Northwest, and she is usually always up and down here with me by 5. Whenever I get up, and you know, I was down here about 5:30 this morning after I took a shower, but I think it's all that chicken crap she's been eating. So here is this basket of flowers, of which I do not know what they are. If anybody knows what flower this is, please tell me. But of course, you know, I get it. By the time you get to the end of the video, you're like, what? What was I going to ask? What was I going to say? And then, you know, we're the same way. We're no different. We don't remember what we said after we said it. Here we go. There's bunny. So yesterday, it was a bad day. It was a really bad day. I lost 2 hens. Oh my gosh, I lost 2 hens, could not find them. They were there earlier in the day, and I went out in the afternoon because, you know, I can't stop checking on them because, you know, they're free-ranging. And oh my God, what if a predator comes down and swoops them up and I just don't know because I'm in the house, right? And I don't have any windows that I can see that portion of the yard. So unless they're on that side by a window or the east or west side by the window, I have no idea what's going on the south end of this house or the north end. Anyway. So I went out there, couldn't find them. They didn't come to the whistle. They didn't come to the scratch. You know, they know when the shed door opens and everything. Nothing. Couldn't hear them, you know, and was just heartsick. I mean, I looked everywhere. And this was over a course of, you know, a couple hours, and I bawled, and I cried, and I boo-hooed, and I was inconsolable. You know, and I remember crying, I just want my hands back, I just want my hands back, and I'm crying and everything, because I thought for sure that some predator got him, because it can't fly. Well, Rhodey has her flight feathers, but she's not going to fly over a 6-foot fence, and the other one, who would fly over the 6-foot fence, has all her flight feathers clipped. Anyway, the damn things were under the deck, because I live on a hill, so they went all the way down and went up under the deck and then were really quiet for hours. And then I heard them scratching around and then could see them, and now they're out and about. And but I'm telling you, it was just emotional ringer yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, so I have all 7 hens and I'm happy about that, but I don't know, I might have to do something because I don't want them laying eggs under there. Anyway, so here is the First Signatures center flip out. Got a little, excuse me, file folder pocket. And then here. And then the big one with the daffodils, because daffodils are so pretty and happy, and they don't go under the shed and the deck and get lost and be quiet, and I can't hear them, and then I cry and cry and cry. It was an emotional day. I'm very thankful they're happy and well, and you know, we're eating all the bugs under there. So here we go. And those butterflies I got from that site. And remember, we learned on this one that don't like use one of those things to press down the plastic things because it scrapes it off. And don't use tape because it brings off the color. So I learned that and I was not happy. I'm happy to learn it, but I wasn't happy that it happened. So here's a cute little bunny. The bunny, the bunny. Oh, I ate the bunny. I didn't eat my toast. Just a bunny. The bunny, the bunny. Anyway, it's for those of you who know and had little kids in the 90s and listen, you know, were believers in your it's the original VeggieTales. VeggieTales, VeggieTales, VeggieTales. Broccoli, celery, gotta be VeggieTales. Sorry, I'll shut up before I get copyright. But yes, my son watched a lot of those. I think I watched more of it than he did. VeggieTales. If anybody remembers that show, and your kids, grandkids, whatever, watched it, let me know. Put it in the comments. And not the new ones. Not the new ones, because they hijacked them and then did other things with them. But the original faith-based. Sorry, I can't stop drinking my tea. I've been up. And this one cracks me up because this is what happens when you don't clean your stamps. That's supposed to be yellow, like a bright yellow. But I didn't clean my stamp very well, and so there was black in it. And happy accident, because now I really like it. Anyway, and then I took sparkly gel pen and colored in the middle, because, you know, it's me, gotta have my sparkly. So yeah, I have 7 hens again, all is well in the world, except for my dog won't stop eating chicken crap. I mean, she will. That was the other thing, I just couldn't stop crying over it. I was so frustrated. I'm so beyond I do not know what to do. So if anyone out there has chickens, any viewer, and you have a dog, and you've encountered this issue before where they just cannot stop and will not stop eating chicken crap, please, please, please drop it in the comments. Email me something. I cannot deal with this. This is just, she comes in stinking, and it's bad for them. What if they get salmonella? I mean, my hens are healthy, but you never know. And I'm wondering it's why she's sleeping so much last night and this morning. You know, it just... So there's this. Remember, I numbered all my pages just because I'm a dip. I had originally wanted to go through and just make a... trying to think. Like, okay, these are the tags that I need. These are just sizes. Go through and measure everything and then write it down. And well, how am I going to know what I'm going to do? So I numbered all the pages, and I can't say that I would do that again. I can't say that it made it any faster. I don't know. It did once I got into the smaller ones. Like some of this I already had done. Tell by the coffee and tea dyed. All I did here was slap on this little cute label that matches, and that thing. And see, I had originally didn't have that on there. I just made the tags. So this is my favorite 5-pocket plus little one sheet wonder, I guess you could call it, postcard. It's made by like an 8.5 by 11. You can make it really probably any size. I've made smaller, but it does need to be rectangular. And here is just a journal card that came in the Spring Sings kit from Michelle at the Junk Journal Studios, as I speak my words. This was a little fussy cut. I think that's by My Porch Prints, and I thought it just went amazingly well on there. So it went in, and then here's a little, look, Spring Sings library card. Didn't do much. This one, just staple, sorry, with butterfly. I got these really cool staples in different colors. Aren't they cool? So my that's where my green came from in my St. Patrick's Day stuff. Here we go. Again, this is Michelle at the Junk Journal Studios, and then my paper. So this, just another one of those butterflies, backing paper, and then it flips open. It could flip either way if you wanted it to. And there you go. I just took one of these that you saw earlier, the smaller one, and slapped it on there halfway. I put this different washi tape. It's clear, but yet it has flowers on it, and it's thick. You know, it's like plasticky thick. So I'm hoping, and that's why this goes here. It doesn't seem to get upset, because this is vintage old. I don't know when this came from. Mitzi gave it to me. But it's, you know, old and fragile. Alright, here's the big pocket. Oh my gosh, am I too far up again? Oh, dang it. Am I too far up? Did you see all this stuff? Ugh. Alright, keep it down here. And here we go. Here's a nice tag. Now I'm all over the place. I don't know where I'm at. Alright, next one. Now this, they do come out, and they do go in. They're just kind of persnickety. Just kind of have to hold your mouth just right. And this one did not turn out as well as I wanted it to. You know, I wanted the bunny to be peeking out behind the flowers, but I don't know if I accomplished what I wanted to with that. And I'm just not even bothered. Here we go. All I did with this is die cut this little thing, you know, shape, and then stuck one of Michelle's little tiny labels on it. I shrunk it down. And then here's this one. Again, I didn't do much. Just put plant on there. And then here's this. This is fussy cut. Actually, it's not. It's just part of the paper. And I cut out the tulip last year. And I was like, ooh, this can go really good there. And I put it there, and it looks like it belongs. Like, that's where it was intended to go. So there is that one. Again, just put a bulb. Tried to you get bored. I was bored with my pulls after a while. So here's a little fussy cut bird. From whom I got these, I could not tell you. If I figure it out, I'll put it in the description box. Again, just a little tag, and then I stamped on the back. You know, I'm trying to make it to where they can kind of write on that. That would be hard to see. Maybe they can put a picture on it. And then here's this journaling spot on the back, and then this one with a little label. Yeah, I was running out of ideas. Fussy or die cut bees. And then this last little tiny one with a couple of bees on it, and from the end springs new beginnings. Alright, I still hope I'm in frame. I really hope I don't have to go back and re-record this again. Well, third time's a charm, or 3 strikes you're out, who knows. Anyway, so here's more tracing paper. The center of signature 2. Okay, little sweet tags. And my favorite one of all, the little ducky, and he's so cute. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make that time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of. Rubber ducky, yeah, so I lost it. I don't remember the rest of it, other than it just ends, you know. I'm awfully fond of you. Bert and Ernie, man. Anyway, this is so retro looking to me. But yeah, I was a big Ernie fan growing up. I like Bert and Ernie, but Ernie was my favorite. And I remember we had a babysitter. I must have been 6, maybe even 5, I don't know. But anyway, a new babysitter. Sorry, T. And she brought me a Bert and Ernie coloring book with a box of little fat crowns and crayons. And I was so, so happy. Oh, I just loved it. I was like a pig in slop. And red and green were my favorite colors, and they pretty much still are. Anyway, so Bert and Ernie, man, Bert and Ernie. So as you can see, I just ran this through on different, whatever you call these, you know, settings on my sewing machine. I was going to say washing machine. There's another little bunny on that collage. This is a little fussy cut flowers, blossom, and a little rooster. More of that book page, and here is a large journal tag from Michelle the Junk Journal Studios for embroidery kit. And then here, the same, that book, because I think at the point at that time when I did this, I didn't have very many books, vintage books, of which to choose. And apparently I only did stickles on the first one. I don't know if I meant to go back and do it on the others, but I'm not. So, I ain't doing that. Just a little tag that I didn't do anything to. I just put it, backed it, and left it. Here's this one with the die-cut flower from my watercolor play that I did purposely to do this. And then little bees, and the same faux leather that came in, you know, several sheets, and this is just another one. And I was like, ew, I'm gonna do that. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. I know, that was bad. Oh my gosh, shame, shame, shame. For shame. If you're gonna do it right. If you're gonna do it right now, baby. Sorry. Oh, gosh. Oh. Alright, so I have this stamp that says there can only be one queen and I'm it. Now, it came in with all those stamps that I bought months ago. And I thought because there were B central stamps, you know, like how you B, B. I really read that as 2 E's. And so I'm like, oh, this is going to go really good here with the B. And then after I stamped it, I went, oh, okay, well, the sentiment still makes me chuckle. So, you know, we're not going to worry about that. But yeah, I thought it said D as in bzz. But it didn't. I don't know which is funnier. So here's another flip out tracing paper pocket. And that I just used, I put on there with a, oh man, washi tape. And if you followed me for a while, you know this lace that I have that has these, you know, I cut the flowers out of them and then use the edge trim for the pulls. So I just put label on there, put that on there for one side, and then this flower, which came in a big flower thing, fussy cuts, and I could be Michelle, could not be Michelle, I don't know. I can't remember. So we're gonna put those right in here. My fingers weren't cold. I forgot I left the window open. I need to put that down here last night, and well, we're enjoying some decent weather, and so no clouds, so it's got really cold. Well, it says it's only 34 degrees outside, but that's a lie. Our tests have declared that is a lie, or however Maury said it. You know, I remember when Maury was like serious. Does anybody else remember that besides me? When Maury Povich had a show and he was actually serious, and it wasn't like the, you know, what it is now, Jerry Springer light. You know, he was, I don't know why he went where he was, and that he's married to Connie Chung, which is like, wow, okay, you're married to her, and she's a journalist, like on TV, like major networks, and you have a serious show, and now it's, who's your daddy? Love you, Maury, but I don't care who your daddy is. Toby Keith's your daddy. That's who your daddy is. Alright, so here's this centerpiece. I know, I am not on anything except for just still being tired, I guess. Anyway, so here is the center of the third signature, and I really hope I'm in frame, because I'm going to be really mad at myself. I'm not, if I haven't been. So it pulls open like this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do anything. So we can open it this way, journal, and then this one pulls open, same thing. It's a lot of yellow, and I probably could break it up, but I can't figure out how to break it up, so I'm not doing anything with it. Because, you know, you can add to, but you can't take away. Here's another large journaling tag. I, you know, folded that in half, and then put the bird on it. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, and I just can't. There's that. Here we have a long, tall Sally. And I have an actual, a tab punch that punches those, and Mitzi gave me one that punches the whale tab. And it didn't cost $90 to get the whale tab punch, because, you know. Anyway, so you can see, kind of see in those little stars in there. And here's another one with these punches. These are the top ones, and this is the bottom one that were in those stamps. It held more than stamps. I got a really good deal for the price. Isn't that she cute? Hope Springs. Isn't that cute? The geese. Although, the geese up here aren't very nice. They'll bite you. And they hurt when they bite. Of course, they lay their eggs and have their babies everywhere, and if in the parks, and if you get too close, boy howdy, they will come after you. Not me, I've not had it happen to me, but they will, and if you get too close. And when I worked at the state hospital, the mental hospital, they were all over the grounds. In fact, it was like, you leave them alone. There were announcements that came out to patients and staff alike, you stay away from these, they are protected. And they'll come chase you and bite you, and it really doesn't feel good. So, alright, so here's the last tag, and all I did is I had already fussy cut that sweet little basket, put a spring label on it, and there we have it. Didn't do anything on here. Huh. I could go back and do that, but I'm trying very hard to not over decorate and leave whoever hands this winds up into, they have something to do. And it's not like, oh, well, I wanted to put something there. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that. Okay, I don't want to film this again, so I'm praying that this is acceptable. And so, let's see. Happy Easter. Have a great weekend. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend, and that is a play off a Big Bang Theory. When Sheldon and the guys were like trying to figure out about Biff, if he took it back to the future, that would blah 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 blah. And so the has. Anyway, sorry, just cracks me up. Probably nobody else remembers it, but it was one of the funniest ones I remember. Anyway, so on that note, I bid you adieu and peace out. Bye, guys.